The aim of this project was to generate cards for the Pokemon trading card game. A Pokemon card is complex, with many different parts. Each card has a name, an illustration, attacks the Pokemon can use, and an elemental type, such as grass. When generating these cards, ideally each of these elements would make sense together, making a cohesive whole. However, since different neural networks would be used to create each of these different parts, there's no guarantee that this would be the case. The cards need some kind of unifying category. We chose to use the card's elemental type for this purpose. Therefore, we propose a two-step process designed to achieve coherence across these different elements. First, each element is generated using its own neural network. Then, each element is run through a classifier that categorizes the generated pieces into types. To generate an entire card, then, the user decides which elemental type the Pokemon will be. Then they generate images until they find one that classifies into that type, and they do the same for names and attacks. Finally, they combine the elements into a complete card. To create the generators and the classifiers, we used images and text for over 6,000 cards from the Pokemon TCG Developers API. We needed to generate text for names and attacks. We used Shergill Ozair's TensorFlow implementation of CAR-RNN to generate these. This recurrent neural network generates text character by character. For generating images, we decided to use a generative adversarial network, or GAN. After several attempts, we settled on a multi-step process. First, images would be generated using Suraj Raval's Pokemon GAN, and then run through a second model called Pix To Pix. Pix To Pix takes edge-detected versions of the GAN art and makes them cleaner. Although this technique could use more training time, it does seem to help define the shapes in the image. Each generated part of the card is unclassified. The text classifier is based on Zhejiang's multi-class text classification CNN. This convolutional neural network was trained on the names and their corresponding types. A second model was trained on attacks and their types. A similar classifier was used for images. We used Manu Matthew Thomas's simple image classifier to sort the generated images into the same types. Finally, we can look at how an entire card might be generated. If we wanted to generate, say, a psychic type Pokemon, first, we generate images with the Pokemon GAN and use the simple image classifier to sort them until we find a psychic image we like. We would then generate a number of names, and then use the name classifier to classify them. In this case, we'll use the name Ismelia, classified under psychic. We would do the same with the attack generator and the attack classifier to find a fitting attack. This one, growth, will do. Finally, we can use a site like the Pokemon Card Maker to put it all together. For additional details, please read the paper. Thank you.